Driving 2 hours southwest from the University of Illinois at Urbana-Champaign, you reach St. Louis, Missouri. A 2-hour drive east from the University of Missouri campus in Columbia, and you'll also reach St. Louis. It's a good thing, then, that the annual Braggin Rights game between the two basketball programs splits the city and the arena right down the middle in a college basketball rivalry for Midwest supremacy. Let's take a look back at the history of this showdown and highlight its best moments on this edition of Stadium Rivals. The first meeting between Illinois and Missouri took place on December 21, 1932, at Brewer Fieldhouse on the Missouri campus. Illinois came out victorious by a score of 36-24. The teams would meet 6 more times from then until 1955, with the Illini taking a 5-2 edge over Missouri in the first 7 meetings. For 4 straight years from 1976 to 1979, Illinois and Missouri would do battle in the Show Me Classic. This back-and-forth series would alternate as a home-and-home series at Illinois' Assembly Hall and Missouri's Hearn Center. Missouri grabbed their first win in 1976 by a score of 76-75. The Illini took the next 2 games before the Tigers won 67-66 in OT in December of 1979. The schools decided it would be advantageous to play in a neutral court, so with sponsor Anheuser-Busch locked in, Braggin Rights officially kicked off in St. Louis in 1980. St. Louis was selected as the location for Braggin Rights, which tip off in 1980, as both schools have large alumni contingents in the city, making it a perfect location to host the contest. Illinois won the first contest 84-62, but number 13 Missouri came back in 1981 with a 78-68 overtime win. After a brief series hiatus in 82, Illinois would notch a 66-60 win in 83, marking the start of an 8-game win streak for the Illini. Illinois' Lou Henson brought his team into the 1988 game at number 5 in the country, a team dubbed the Flying Illini, which was en route to an eventual Final Four appearance that season. The squad, comprised of Kendall Gill, Nick Anderson, Kenny Battle, and Stephen Bardo, took down an impressive number 10 Missouri team 87-84 to stay perfect on the season, an undefeated run that would last until mid-January that year. This showdown is nothing but a series of runs for each school. Missouri came into the 1993 game on a 2-game win streak over Illinois, and the schools produced an instant classic. The 13th Braggin Rights game was the last one played at the arena in St. Louis, with Illinois coming in at 6-1 at number 19 in the country. Senior Javon Crudup tallied 18 points at halftime as Missouri took a 4-point lead. But Illinois fought back, eventually taking a 75-68 lead. Missouri battled back themselves before Lamont Frazier sank a 3-pointer to tie the game with 4 seconds left in regulation, sending this classic into OT. The two teams would trade blows all the way into a third overtime. That's until a late pair of free throws from Crudup allowed Missouri to take the lead and eventually hold on for a 108-107 triple overtime victory. At the time, the 4-game win streak was the longest for Missouri in the rivalry. The Tigers accomplished the same feat from 2009 to 2012. Missouri's name was engraved on the Braggin Rights Trophy in 1993, just like every winning team, but unlike other rivalry trophies, this one stays at the Enterprise Center, alternating between an orange and blue or black and gold space in a cabinet, depending on the winner. The number 1 ranked Illini came into St. Louis in 2004, leading wire to wire in the game to improve to 11-0 with a 70-64 win. Luther Head scored 20 for the Illini, with future Olympic gold medalist Darren Williams adding 19, and Dee Brown tallying 11 points and 5 assists. That Illinois team would make a run to the national championship before losing to North Carolina. That 4-game win streak that started in 2009 was an 81-68 Missouri victory. Kim English led all scorers with 24 points, ending the game with 5 made threes. It was the Tigers' first win over the Illini since 1999. Ravante Rice's heroics punctuated another compelling Braggin Rights game.
For the win. Got it!
The Braggin Rights game has been all Illinois. The Fighting Illini hold a 32-16 all-time edge against the Missouri Tigers, including a 5-game win streak heading into 2018. While these two geographically similar schools don't share a conference rivalry, they definitely want Braggin Rights in the region. This annual rivalry fits perfectly in our breakdown of the best in college basketball, right here on Stadium Rivals.